As one of the largest and most influential economies in Europe, Germany's entrance into the legal cannabis market has attracted global attention. With the federal government's decision to push for legalization and the development of a structured cannabis framework, Germany is poised to become a leader in the European cannabis industry. This white paper aims to provide a comprehensive analysis of the size of the market, growth potential, usage patterns, and key regulatory frameworks surrounding the cannabis business in Germany. Market size and growth potential. Current market size. Germany has long been one of the largest markets for medical cannabis in Europe. Since the legalization of medical cannabis in 2017, the demand has grown consistently. In 2023, Germany imported over 15.4 tons of medical cannabis, establishing it as one of the largest importers in Europe. The market is currently valued at approximately 500 million euros annually, with significant growth expected as recreational use becomes legal. Growth projections. With the legalization of recreational cannabis expected in 2024, the German cannabis market is projected to grow exponentially. According to estimates, the recreational cannabis market could reach a value of between 4 billion to 7 billion euros by 2028. This rapid growth would stem from several factors. Consumer demand. An estimated 4 million Germans are regular cannabis users, with many more expected to try cannabis following legalization. Government revenues. Legal cannabis sales could generate tax revenues in the range of 1.5 billion euros annually. Job creation. The cannabis industry is expected to create over 27,000 jobs in fields such as cultivation, retail, and distribution. Consumer market and usage patterns. Demographics and consumer preferences. The German cannabis market comprises a diverse demographic. According to a study conducted by the German Hemp Association, approximately 10% of the adult population aged 18 to 64 has used cannabis at least once in the past year. The largest consumer group comprises adults aged 25 to 34, followed closely by those aged 18 to 24. Here's the age distribution: 18 to 24 years, 23% of cannabis users; 25 to 34 years, 28% of cannabis users; 35 to 44 years, 18% of cannabis users; 45 to 54 years, 15% of cannabis users; 55 to 64 years, 10% of cannabis users. In terms of gender distribution, approximately 65% of cannabis users are male, while 35% are female. Usage trends. Germany's cannabis consumption is largely recreational, although medicinal use remains an important segment. Usage patterns suggest the following. Form of consumption. Smoking in flower form remains the most common method, but there is growing interest in edibles, oils, and other cannabis-infused products. Purchase channels. With the legal framework allowing for regulated sales, dispensaries, pharmacies, and potentially compassion clubs will serve as key retail points. Online sales are also expected to become a significant channel once fully legalized. Cannabis types. German consumers show interest in high THC strains for recreational use, while CBD products are gaining popularity for wellness and therapeutic purposes. Regulations and rules governing the cannabis industry. Legalization framework. Germany's legalization of cannabis for adult recreational use is one of the most anticipated policy shifts in Europe. The proposed regulatory framework, as of 2023, is designed to create a safe and controlled market while ensuring public health and safety. Key elements of the proposed framework include possession limits. Adults aged 18 and over will be allowed to possess up to 25 grams of cannabis for personal use. Home cultivation. Each household will be allowed to cultivate up to 3 plants for personal use, provided they are kept in a secure area. Licensed retail cannabis will be sold in licensed stores under strict regulations. Retailers will be required to adhere to product labeling, quality control, and age verification protocols. Advertising. Strict restrictions will be placed on cannabis advertising to prevent marketing towards minors or promoting excessive use. Compassion clubs and cannabis social clubs. A unique aspect of Germany's cannabis framework is the introduction of compassion clubs or cannabis social clubs. These non-profit organizations will allow groups of up to 500 adults to collectively cultivate and distribute cannabis among members. Key regulations for these clubs include membership requirements. Only adults over the age of 18 can join a cannabis club. Production limits. Cannabis clubs will be allowed to cultivate cannabis for personal use of their members, but they must adhere to strict production and distribution caps, which have yet to be finalized. No sales to non-members. Clubs are not permitted to sell cannabis outside of their membership base. Security and transparency. Clubs must register with the government and maintain transparent records of cultivation and distribution. They must also meet safety standards for cultivation and storage. The medical cannabis sector in Germany continues to be governed by laws enacted in 2017, which allow patients with severe medical conditions such as chronic pain or multiple sclerosis to access cannabis via a doctor's prescription. Cannabis for medicinal purposes is distributed through pharmacies and sourced from both domestic and international suppliers. The government oversees the entire supply chain to ensure safety, consistency, and compliance with medical standards. Opportunities and challenges. Opportunities. Germany's cannabis market is open for foreign and domestic investment. The legalization of both medical and recreational cannabis provides opportunities in cultivation, distribution, research, and product development. Germany is well positioned to lead Europe in cannabis-related research and innovation, especially in areas such as cannabis-based pharmaceuticals and wellness products. From farming to retail, the cannabis industry will require significant manpower, creating employment across various sectors. Challenges. Navigating the evolving legal and regulatory landscape poses a challenge for businesses, particularly around licensing and compliance. Despite growing acceptance, cannabis use still carries a stigma in parts of German society, particularly among older generations and conservative groups. Ensuring consistent, high-quality cannabis supply while preventing illegal market penetration will be a significant hurdle for regulators and industry players alike. The legalization of cannabis in Germany represents a major milestone not just for the country but for Europe as a whole. With a consumer base that is expected to grow rapidly, a government eager to capture tax revenues, and a regulatory framework designed to ensure safety and transparency, the German cannabis market holds significant potential. However, realizing this potential will require careful navigation of regulatory, societal, and logistical challenges. As the industry matures, Germany could become a global hub for cannabis innovation, research, and commerce, setting the stage for the broader European market to follow.